Well, looks like it happened. GTA speedrunning has just jumped off the cliff here. And we have decided to create Grand Theft Auto category extensions. And when you take a look at this board here, we have all of the games. GTA 2 memes, GTA 3 memes, and whatever. And then it's a collection of categories that were either deleted off the board or outdated, or they're just fun, I guess, random. We got 69 HP, which I guess the point of this one is to how fast can you go from a new game to dropping your health down to 69. And you can see that's a pretty short run there. And what's interesting is that there seems to be a split opinion on if these categories should even exist on the board. And this really stems from the idea that for so long people wanted Los Santos percent to be added onto the San Andreas board, and it was fought with great opposition because it wasn't a official category, and we shouldn't put it onto the speedrun.com leaderboards. And now we just kind of open the gates and we allow a board like this to exist, to collect all of the GTA games into one, where people can pretty much just shitpost any type of runs they come up with. I don't really have a problem with this existing. If people are having fun doing it, then, well, it's their time that they're using and recording and uploading and posting. But I want to point out something interesting is that I actually mentioned that this would happen about 3 months ago in a thread where we were talking about Vice City and introducing old, quote-unquote, old Vice City, or what is now known as the no SSU category. And people were wondering if we should keep the purity of any percent as any percent, or if we should allow the old Vice City any percent route to even be on the leaderboards. And I made a comment, and it pertains to really this board in general. And you can see right at the end here, I basically asked that we should determine what the primary function of the board should be. And really, I still see it as going two ways. It's a list of times for the most popular and primary categories that the community has deemed to be official, or we use the leaderboards as a collective database for all speedruns for the game. And then I say, if we're going to open the floodgates in the interest of what is fun, then we should be ready to swim. So what's the problem here? Well, the problem is that these categories are endless. I could come up with a category right now. Okay, we have 69, you have to get 69 health. Well, I want to do a speedrun where you have to get 69 pistol ammo. And that's going to be a run. And then I'm assuming by the rules of this leaderboard, I would just go ahead and post it here, and then they'll add it to the GTA 3 pistol 69 pistol or something. Alright, so why is this a problem? Well, we already have an issue like this, right? So Crook for Money posted a run that is all rampages plus any percent. Okay, that sounds like a meme category. Let's go ahead and add that, right? GTA 3, so we would have any percent plus all rampages. Well, now I want to do a run that's any percent plus all rampages plus a package, a hidden package. So that should be its own separate category. And you might already see what the problem is here. You really can't tell me no. If I want that category added, then the mods kind of have a responsibility to add it to this board, because the primary function of this board is to kind of consolidate all of the unofficial categories. So it's really, if you can think it and you can do it, then it should be on this board. So really the problem with this board is that it's open to the imagination. It's endless. If I wanted to do any percent plus all rampages plus a package plus deliver a dodo to the import garage, you can't really tell me that that doesn't belong on this board. So this kind of becomes a problem, because for the rest of the boards in the series, let's look at GTA 3, there have actually been a lot of discussions, especially pertaining with all missions. Should all missions be a main category? Should it be a miscellaneous category? Should it even be on the board? Because it's not 100%, it's not any percent, and it's kind of, well, it's kind of its own thing. So should it be considered official? And over time, really over the years, it kind of has become an official category just because the route is so different from what you would do in any percent, and it's so different from what you would do in 100% any percent, and also it's pretty popular. And so it's kind of earned its status, All Missions really has. It's a very unique run, and going by the definition of being on the full game leaderboard, it is what is considered a playthrough of the game, starting from a new game, going all the way through to the final mission. So it makes it interesting. And this is kind of why categories like All Missions and San Andreas was kind of rocky, is because it didn't really add much to the any percent route. And this is why categories like Liberty City Stories All Missions was never even a thing, is because it is essentially any percent plus, what is it, an extra 4 missions I think it is. So it really hasn't earned the same status that All Missions would have done so in GTA 3 or in Vice City for that matter. So there's a problem with how we rate categories, because we can say All Missions is fine in GTA 3. Well, most of the logic, and it's pretty flawed logic, is that people say, well, All Missions exist in GTA 3, All Missions exist in Vice City, why can't we have All Missions in San Andreas? And the problem is because that All Missions isn't its own thing. It's not independent of each game. The All Missions route and the status of its credibility is kind of determined by the strats and the route within each game. And I can talk about All Missions all day, but that's just an example of how much care we have taken up to this point to make sure that the runs that are on these leaderboards are legitimate in a way. And I even addressed this in the Discord a little bit, but that's like the miscellaneous categories. They don't, if we're going by sheer definition of full game runs, they really don't belong on the leaderboard, but they're popular enough, and a lot of people also rely on the point that they're kind of practice. It's a way for you to learn the game, get ready for 100% runs, or what have you. Now, I would say that the problem with a board like this is that a good example is, okay, the Lighthouse Autos run. I've kind of looked over PowderNet's run a little bit, and it looks like fun. It looks like something I'd want to do. I want to try it. So I would probably do a run of this, record it, upload it, post my time. And then if someone happened to beat it, I don't think I would really have the call to go back and, I don't want to say optimize, but, you know, competitively do this category to constantly stay ahead of other people or on pace with other people. It's just kind of, yeah, I did it once or twice and it's fun to do, but it's not really a category where you really learn anything about running GTA 3. It's kind of a way for you to test your skills of what you already know about GTA 3, and that's why most of these categories are kind of geared towards people that have been running these games for a long time. So a lot of people can say, well, the good thing about these categories is that it allows people that are new to kind of play around and experiment and you know, start to learn these games. But the issue is that when you have categories like Lighthouse Autos as an example, I don't really know. I haven't really looked through the other games. But it doesn't really introduce people to the game. It's more of a category that is people that have been running the game. Now you get to test your skill in the game in a different way. So I don't think that these boards really add a benefit to that. Now I do want to say, I think I already said it, I'm not offended by these boards existing. I think they're fine if people want to do it. And that's already, like, we have the whole cities percent for San Andreas here, Los Santos, Badlands, RTLS, and those have gotten pretty popular. You know, people have been racing them, people have actually been practicing them, or really practicing the segments in preparation for any percent runs. And you know, like, that's fine. I think that's great. But in my personal opinion, I think things like this, you know, it's the same issue we have with Kingdom Come. It's better as a race category. That should stay on SRL. Honestly, I think all of these would just be better to just have as race categories. And then you might say, well, gee, I don't ever have someone that wants to race Kingdom Come. But I mean, if you can't really find someone to race you, then that means there's really low desire for people to run it. I don't know. It's kind of circular, but like I said, these boards, they don't offend me. If people want to do it, it's fine. But I think we're gonna run into an issue, or at least the mods are gonna run into an issue. People are gonna want to. Hey, I did a Kingdom Come plus 2 hidden package run. And what are you gonna say? No, we can't have that run on there. That's what these boards are for. Is to the imagination is limitless. Whatever. That's my take on it. And I'm probably never gonna run any of these, even though I made a stink in Discord about any percent dupless, about it should get added, and then I even said I'm probably never gonna run it, but I've just wanted to see this exist for a while. To see it on the speedrun.com boards. I just wanted to see it. I don't even want to run it. I don't even really want to play GTA 3. Alright. So yeah, that's my take on it, and hopefully you guys come up with some crazy cool categories and you know, make sure to post them, and let's just see. Let's just see how crazy we can get with what categories we can event. We already got the Good Citizen Nice Guy bonus. I think that one must have just got added. I don't remember seeing that. I don't know. 1 bus fare. Yeah. I mean, let's see what we can come up with and how full we can get these categories here. So yeah, that's my reaction to these boards. Now I'm gonna go play Max Payne.